The civil war in Syria today reached the inner ring around President Assad, and we begin tonight with an operation the likes of which we've seen in the movies. A bomb has killed 3 members of President Assad's national defense team. Someone who knew what they were doing, someone with access to the inside, snuck an explosive, a big one, into the senior structure of Syrian security. It is a further indication that we could be in the closing stages of the civil war in Syria. We begin our reporting here tonight with our chief foreign correspondent, Richard Engel, who is just back from Syria with us here in the studio. Richard.
Picture this inside job. A meeting in Damascus earlier this morning of the top officials there to discuss how to continue the crackdown, how to keep the rebels from advancing on Damascus when suddenly the room explodes. It's just a sign of how little control the government still has, and a sign that this could be one of the final stages in this conflict.
Government troops fight to retain control of Damascus after an attack that has shaken the regime and raised doubts about its survival. Buildings in the capital smoldered in fighting so intense the army had to call in helicopters. This just hours after state television announced that a bomb exploded Wednesday morning during a national security meeting, killing at least the defense minister, his deputy, who is also President Bashar al-Assad's feared brother-in-law, and a vice president. More than a dozen others in the meeting were reportedly injured, perhaps killed. It's unclear if President al-Assad was there. The government isn't saying.
It's part of the conflict.
Assad has not been seen publicly since this interview with German television 2 weeks ago. The opposition says it planted the bomb with inside help.
And the Free Syrian Army can reach anyone inside Damascus. And even Bashar Assad itself, he is not safe anymore.
After 17 months of fighting, Syrian rebels have carved out rural safe havens, brought the fight to Damascus, and now brought it to Assad's inner circle.
Good morning.
Defense Secretary Leon Panetta called today's attack a real escalation.
This is a situation that is rapidly spinning out of control.
Already in rebel-held provinces in Syria, they're celebrating, hoping today's bombing is a sign that Assad's days in power are numbered, as U.S. officials renewed their calls for the Syrian president to immediately step down.
In addition to disrupting the leadership, Brian, you can also imagine the psychological impact of an attack like this. Bashar al-Assad doesn't know who he can trust. He doesn't know who has been infiltrated in his inner circle. It's a major, could be a turning point.
Very interesting to see what happens next, and if he was anywhere near where the explosion went off. Richard Engel here with us in the studio. Thanks.